Make life yummy with food for your mind and tummy. Lady Yum Yum.
Hi, welcome to the Lady Yum Yum Show. Today we're doing some French cooking. I know, but stay with me. This is easy, the easiest meal you could ever make, and it can be made for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even a snack, which is kind of what I'm doing for today. So let's get started, and what we're making are crepes. And the first thing we have to do is make our crepe batter. It's super simple. We do need to sift flour. Again, real easy, just put the flour in some kind of sieve. This is important because with crepes, you don't want any lumps in your batter. Okay, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and just kind of mix that into the flour. Now we have 1 cup of milk in this beaker, which I'm going to use as blender. I'm using my immersion blender. If you want to use a regular blender or you can do it by hand, either works. You want it to be mixed really well though, so a blender of some type works best. And I'm going to add 1 egg to the milk. And next we'll add a 1/2 tablespoon of melted butter. Or you could use some kind of margarine or oil. We'll pour that in there. I'm going to make sure to get all of it with my spatula. Now I'm going to quickly blend these 3 ingredients. Doesn't take much to combine milk, butter, and egg. And now I'll add my flour mixed and salt. Try not to spill too much. There we go. And we'll give it a good blend until it's completely smooth. There we go. It looks just like heavy cream. Now this needs to go in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes and up to about 12 hours. So a lot of times if I'm making crepes for some kind of get-together, I do this well ahead of time so it's out of the way and just sitting in the fridge. So I have my batter and it's rested for about 45 minutes. The resting of the batter allows the flour to soak up the liquid and just makes for a more tender crepe. So let's get started. Now the first thing we'll have to do is put a little oil in our pan. Even though it's a non-stick pan, I still find it needs just a slight coat of oil. I'm using safflower oil. The reason I pick safflower is it can take high heat, but it also is a neutral tasting oil. So you can use corn, canola, safflower, they all work. And you'll notice I'm wiping the oil around the pan because I don't want a lot of fat in my crepes. There we go. Now I'll pour or actually I can just dip my batter in. And you'll see I have to be kind of fast about this part. So I'm going to pour the batter in and swirl my pan to get a nice even layer. So you pour it in the middle and start swirling. And you stop swirling when there's nothing to swirl. We'll let that cook until the center looks firm. So it's just a couple seconds. Okay, it's firm, so I'll just find a corner, get my spatula under, and flip it. There we go. Now they make special pans for crepes, but you don't need to invest in that if it's something you're doing just once in a while. So now you'll let the other side cook just a few seconds. Now you just shake it out on your plate, and while it's still hot, you'll want to put your fillings in. So let's go over and do that. So I promised you Nutella and bananas, which I like for a snack, but you know, Nutella has some nutritional value. It's hazelnut spread with chocolate, so it's like peanut butter, but I think it tastes way better. So we'll spread that around and it melts, you can see that. And then I like lots of bananas. So I'll put those in. You can put all sorts of fillings in crepes, and I'm just going to roll it with my fingers because that's the easiest way to do that. If I want to make it extra special pretty, I put a little sprinkled sugar on top. Let's give this a taste. I love Nutella. If you don't like Nutella, I'll give you lots of ideas for other fillings on the website. I'll give some for lunches, breakfasts, and dinners, and desserts. What is it about banana and Nutella? Perfect combination. Give them a try. Crepes are so easy. Your first one might not come out looking perfect, but keep at it. It's real simple to master this dish. Check out below for all the other ideas and check out our website, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.